Yo, what's going on, guys? So thought I'd give you a quick little update on the 40-gallon reef here. I've changed some things and just kind of wanted to talk about it with you guys. So I think the tank's starting to do really well. And one of the main things I have changed, guys, is maybe like 2.5, 3 weeks ago, I would say I switched to feeding every single day, because I was feeding every other day and it seemed to do all right for the clownfish and the damsel, but the goby over here was he was pretty much all white. And I thought it was from stress initially, but I don't know if it was just from stress. I think it was also from maybe not getting enough nutrition. So I started feeding every day just to kind of see the fish's reaction, basically. And within like 4 or 5 days, he just like his collar started getting way more yellow, and now he's just completely yellow. And so I've been doing that every single day, and as a result, I've seen some increased coral growth. You can see my trumpet over here is splitting into 4 heads right now. He was 2 heads, and then he started splitting on this left side to 3, and now he's recently just got a second mouth on the right head, and he's splitting over there as well. So super happy with the growth on him. He's super colorful. Unfortunately though, I did get a hammer coral, bicolor hammer, and seemed to be kind of bounced around and shipping a little bit. I got him and a lot of his tentacles were already gone. And then my salinity, I didn't realize that it dipped to about 1.023. It's something I gotta just keep on. When I do a water change, I need to make sure I test after every water change, because sometimes I'm taking out slightly more water than I'm putting in and I don't realize it. It's just a little bit, but it's adding up. And unfortunately that is what happened. But I think it was, that mixed with the fact that I got him and he was already not healthy when I put him in the tank. But I just took the loss on it. It is what it is. Unfortunately, I did get this brand new Monopora, so I'm trying that out. My other SPS, the green slimer, he doesn't look very green. Doesn't seem to have done the best in my tank, but I'm just leaving him there. He's still alive, so hopefully he can recover. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe just, like I said, that salinity, not being stable, he could have had an effect on him. Sand bed, a little bit of algae here, but for the most part, it's staying pretty clean, and I think a huge part of that is my tiger conch right here. This guy is a workhorse. I don't know what I would do without him. He is phenomenal. Algae in this tank it's not really that bad, but there's a ton of algae in the sump. I don't clean the sump. I pretty much let the algae grow back there, and I've seen from other reefers and stuff just tips that sometimes if you leave algae in your sump like that, it'll help fight the nutrients, and then you won't have as much algae in the display. And that seems to be working pretty well. So I'm just gonna leave the sump a little dirty. It's not too bad. I don't know. Pretty decent little bit of algae back there. But if it keeps the display clean, I'm all for it. Then the main thing that's kind of taken off here is this Xenia. I know a lot of people hate Xenia. And if you go back to my channel, you can see a 40-gallon tank that I did a couple years ago, and that thing was full of this stuff. I love Xenia. It's definitely a confidence coral. It's not just that. I really like the way it looks. I like the pulsing motion. It's probably quadrupled in the last, month. So I got this little piece of it over here that fell off on its own and attached, and that's been growing pretty nice. And I've have these rocks here with some netting behind it so the sexy shrimp don't get sucked up into the sump, because unfortunately I did lose one of those a couple months ago getting sucked up into the sump. So that's a safety measure. So if that, Pulse and Xenia can work its way up this rock and up these rocks, which is bound to happen here probably within the next month, I'm all for it, man. And I think, I've changed the lights a little bit, ramped them up a little bit, a little more power. I think they're rocking maybe 65% all channels for the most part on the main channels, about 10 hours a day with a 2-hour ramp up, 2-hour ramp down. So something like that. I think they're on full power maybe about 6 to 7 hours, something around there. But I think also just feeding every day, raising the nutrients a little bit. The last time I tested my nitrates, they were between like 10 and 15. So I think just getting them up a little bit more has kind of helped that Xenia colony. They're taking a liking to the dirty water. GSP, for some reason, has not taken off very much. It's gotten a little bit bigger maybe, but I would have loved to have like a carpet of GSP right here. but unfortunately, just no luck with GSP in this tank for some reason. Hopefully, eventually it'll take off. We'll see. I want to maybe get a clam here in the future, put them down here on the sand bed, and I would love to get some more Zoa polyps. Mine are doing pretty well, shooting off some new heads probably once a week. So this one's got a bunch of small heads on the bottom. This one shot off a couple recently, like 3 or 4 new heads that I've counted. So doing pretty good overall. The Duncan here has grown so many new heads, and I think a reason for that is my feeding hole's right here. So when I dump all the food in, he gets food every single time. So he's just getting almost direct fed. It's not on purpose, but it's helping him out. So that's cool to see him getting bigger. It's pretty much all I have for you guys. I just was sitting in here looking at the tank, admiring it. This Xenia is just really relaxing. So I was like, I figured I'd make a YouTube video real quick. So thank you guys for checking out the tank. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.